They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Let's go.
First down here for the offense.
Single.
Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They go to the ground. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to run for it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on 3rd and short against the run, that sets a very clear message that they've shown up to play. They know it's coming, and they're going to be here all day.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Set, ready, check. White 80, Brooklyn. White 80, Brooklyn.
To the air, it's Penix. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner is stopped.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Let's go.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps it going. He throws into the middle of the field. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Still running at the 40. Going the other way, and he's got room. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready?
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Ready, 18. Ready.
Using his legs, it's Claiborne. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Ready.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Set.
Movement here from the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
42 strong.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in the...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Set.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Easton.
He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Snatches it on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Break.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Ready. Ready.
Going up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan.
Let's go.
This offense has a 2nd down play.
Blue 85. Blue.
To the air. It's Penix. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And as we get deep in this 1st half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. And they're in for a touchdown. And they'll try to tack on 2.
180.
He wants to throw it. Trying to get to him. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got it for the 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for a lot more on that when instead he's out of bounds at the 14. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back at the 20. And he's in for the score. Touchdown. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned.
Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before. Makes the easy catch and weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop.
The Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Dances away. Gonna try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make it.
He's going for the big play. He's got it at the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
To throw, it's Penix. They're bringing heat. Buying some time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Here we go.
Trying to
Do the
pick up
show.
a first
Quick.
down.
White 53. White 53.
Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Coming after him. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, North Texas.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Ready.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Ready.
To the ground with the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Blue 85.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His
Hit the afterburners, kid. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Ready.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line.
Blue 30. Blue 30.
He leaves it with the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Set.
Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Penix. Using his feet to buy time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Complete downfield. At the 45 on his way. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mean Green.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21.
Let's go.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Moving out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And boy, did they finish with a huge play in the passing game, scoring from 85 yards out. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
To the air, it's Penix. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
He wants to pass it on second down. Buys a little time. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Let's go.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15.
Red 54. Red.
He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Check, check.
This is a 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They're trying to get to him. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on.
Oh, the ball's out! And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Touchdown, North Texas! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 1st and 10 for the offense. Defense dropping into soft coverage. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Scanning the field, it's Stafford. Firing deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. North Texas will kick it off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Now 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Across the 45. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Red 29.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter, cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Penix. Gets away. Moves around to clear up the vision. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way, and he's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
Let's get it, huh?
Second down coming up.
Here we go.
They'll go to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Ready?
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Single. Blue third E. Blue third.
He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's loose. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, we came into this game knowing that this guy can break tackles. He is a mobile quarterback. It's going to be tough for this defense to get him on the ground. I love the athleticism. I love his ability to extend the play. You just got to be able to finish it with a completion.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you gotta secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up.
Ready?
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. Ready?
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's gonna fire to the left. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the 4th quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie.
Set.
Wants to throw. It's Stafford. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. The 2-point try is good, and we are tied here in the 4th. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Ready?
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Black 18.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fires on the move. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jordan. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
All right, let's get it.
Now
Ready?
from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Black 14. Black, step.
They'll put the tight end in motion. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game.
Let's go.
First
Red.
down, 10 yards to go.
Red 54.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The ball squirts free. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back.
Good awareness by the offense.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Line getting set on second down.
Halo, halo.
Back to pass, it's Penix. Pocket starts to collapse. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
When you're a QB and you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field, that's a good day at the office.
Ready.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down.
Ready, 18.
Takes the handoff. It's Hobbs. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Ready.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish.
Let's go.
Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down.
Set.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mean Green. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
Here we go.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Got it in the middle. It's Jordan.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
He's taking a deep shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Throws toward the end zone. Fires and picked off.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Blue 85.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Going downfield for the big play. Picked off. Still running at the 40. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier.